Hey, it's Aaron, the Metal Theologian. So let me cop to something right off the bat here. I should have been waiting to talk about it. I haven't really had a chance to make a video. But I just did that fucking record room tour that, I don't know, whenever you saw, whenever I posted it. I just did that a couple hours ago, and I just don't need another soda. So right now I'm drinking tea. It's fucking black tea at 1 in the morning, you know. Get the caffeine going. So yeah, it's a little bit lame, you know. It's kind of like a little signature thing, but you know, there's more in there. There's no like paucity of soda around here. I just can't deal with another one, man. I've had enough sugar. I had some fucking banana pudding before that too. I'll tell you, that's something that people know how to do right in the South, is fucking banana pudding, man. Because every time I think I've had the best banana pudding that I'm going to encounter, fucking, I'll come across an even better one. And this one is just fucking sublime. That's the one I worked with, taught me how to make. So anyway, yeah, other than that, man, it's fucking, we got like 6 inches of snow outside in Charleston, South Carolina. It's fucking crazy. And it's going to ice over again tonight, so everything's going to be fucked. You can barely leave the house. Which means I've been listening to a lot of records. And, I've had a couple pretty big revelations this week. Over the last couple weeks, really. So, I'll get into that, though. Let me start with a little bit of Euro jazz that I kind of discovered. Some of this French stuff I wasn't really familiar with until pretty recently. And this one we're listening to right now is just 2 people, Gabi Bizien and Jean-François Pauvreau, or something like that. And this is called Paille Noire. It's plain black cover and kind of a dated but awesome looking picture of them on the other side. And it's actually a one-sided record. The other side is etched. So a relatively recent reissue of something that I'll probably never see an original of ever in my life. But I'm really digging it because it's definitely free. You know, it's one of those records that sort of pushes the boundaries of, you know, what you can even consider jazz. But at the same time as it sounds frenetic, it's kind of understated too. And that's a rare combination. I don't really heard a record quite described that way before. Yeah, so Gabi plays drums, percussion, marimba, aquatic trombone, siren, whistle, and bird calls. And Jean-François plays electric guitar and Algerian trumpet. So, yeah, I kind of want to let it run long enough until we get to the part with the aquatic trombone, because that's just fucking, well, awesome, right? I mean, fucking, it's the aquatic trombone. How are you going to argue with that shit? So a couple other things. Let's see. What's this guy's fucking name again? I don't even remember. Francois Tusk. They're just called Free Jazz. And this is a record that's supposed to be sort of a milestone as far as like Euro free jazz goes. It's like 65, I want to say. It's, I enjoyed it a lot, but it didn't grab me the way this one did by Jef Gilson. Fire! And, man, this record is just fucking great. I don't know what it is about it, but just every note on this just sounds perfect, man. It just, the pieces all fit together. It has so much character. It has a sound that's really its own. It's a brassy sound that, like, sort of evokes, like, kind of a big band sound without being really anything remotely like big band, you know what I mean? It sort of creates that feeling, but in a really free context. And it's just a really interesting record, man. I've been playing this one a lot, and, yeah, it's some solid shit. In fact, honestly, I got another one. I haven't even gotten to this one yet. I'm still enjoying the other one. I'll bust this one open when the time comes. Let's see, here's another one. Oh, here, just for contrast, actually, one of the musicians actually on that Jef Gilson one I'm so into is Bernard Vitae. And I snagged one of his records too, and honestly, I think this record kind of sucks. It kind of sounds like really like third-rate, like modern classical shit. I mean, I guess it kind of has some jazzy components. I mean, there are parts that are clearly improvised in that, but there's a singer on here who I think is just kind of annoying, and I mean, not like technically bad, but I just don't feel like she adds anything except like just hokiness. So, Yeah, I've listened to this a few times. It's just not fucking doing it for me. So I don't know. Bernard did fucking great when he was with Jef Gilson, but on his own, not so much. Even though that is a pretty fine cover right there. So let's see. All right, here's another one. Don't know anything about Maria Teresa Luciani. These are handmade covers, and this record is just called Free Jazz. And it's another one that's just right, man. Like, everything about this thing is just right. It's free, but it's still really tuneful and just really easy to listen to and really enjoyable, you know? It sort of flows from one song into the next and still leaves you kind of wanting more, you know? It doesn't get old, it doesn't get tired, it doesn't get, you know, monotonous or anything like that. It's just... yeah, it just goes right through, man. I don't know, I don't really have good words for this one. It's just a really enjoyable record, you know? So, and speaking of really enjoyable records, let me just offset that with this fucker real quick, which is what I've been listening to for a little bit more by way of, like, riffs and straight up shit. And I was fortunate enough to finally get my hands on a copy of this. I love this fucking record. This is really a compilation of, I mean, it's live, right? It's a double live from some Japanese show, or a couple Japanese shows, I think, actually. And it's mostly shit off Headhunters and Manchild, and what's the other one? Thrust, from right around that time. There are a couple other things, like there's a version of Maiden Voyage on here, but fundamentally that's sort of the era that it represents. But man, it's just good renditions of the tunes, man. They stretch out, they're really long, and it's just enjoyable. But it's a little bit more happening, so it's sort of a nice contrast with some of these farther out ones, you know? Here, listen to this. It's great. I'm a sucker for effects like that, though, too, I gotta say, so. Alright. So, speaking of shit, though, that's corny, since I sort of referenced that a couple minutes ago, I've come around on something in a big way, okay? I finally fucking got my head around Mr. Pharoah Sanders. And I'm pulling this one out specifically because I've said some pretty unkind things about this record in the past. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you've probably heard me call it corny, and probably heard me call Leon Thomas a goofball, and this record gimmicky, and whatever else. I'll tell you something though, man. I get it. And it's weird because I liked this record when I was like 19, you know, but then when I got more into jazz, I thought it was stupid. But now I got my head around it again, man. And like, it's... what's really cool about this record is it has this long tune that, yeah, has kind of a basic, kind of corny, like, you know, fundamental theme to it, right? But it sort of goes further and further out as it develops and eventually just becomes like this wailing thing that's, you know, really kind of, you know, I could say spiritual because, of course, Pharoah Sanders is all spiritual jazz, right? But it's that kind of a vibe, and it evokes that kind of a feeling. And there are all sorts of little cool things about this, too. Like, you know, one thing I didn't even notice before was when they're playing sort of that main, like, theme, like, right towards the beginning, they come in with, I'm not even sure what instrument it is. It sounds like an auto harp, but I don't see it in here. But it's like totally like it's a chord that's like completely different from the rest of the thing the vamp that they're playing. But it just fits together, man. It's just so good, dude. So yeah, I've been all over this record. Yeah, and I grabbed a couple others because I was kind of freaking out over this shit. Let's see, like Jewels of Thought. There you go. Same kind of deal, man. Really long tunes on these things. Leon Thomas is on this one, too, doing an alternate version of Prince of Peace, which is on that other one that I showed recently, that Strata East one. But, again, just, like, really sort of stretched out, really long, like, lots of time developing these themes. And I really feel like for the first time in my life I'm able to sort of see how, or appreciate how this shit is kind of developing from where, from what Coltrane was doing. You know what I mean? Like, sort of the whole sort of taking your time to develop an idea and really explore sort of all the facets of it. Pharoah Sanders is doing in his own way. in sort of the same sort of philosophy as what Coltrane was doing, but with a different result. And I guess I just wasn't ready for the result before, because I thought it was crap. So check out that etching on this record. Let's see if I can show up. It's kind of stupid, really. But they put some effort into it, so I gotta give props. I'm gonna throw in that other one now, because I don't want to get fucking copyright popped on any of this other shit. But I gotta find the goddamn record here now. Oh, there, it's all the way to the back, of course. So, sort of, along with the Pharoah Sanders shit, I've really come to appreciate the Alice Coltrane stuff more. I mean, I've warmed up to Alice Coltrane a lot anyway over the last couple of years. I mean, I already had like Universal Consciousness and a Monastic Trio, but I lucked into a copy of this one not long ago, and man, I could just listen to this record over and over. Like Journey in Satchidananda is a little bit hokey for my taste. It's a little bit too obvious with the sort of the Indian themes, and maybe that's because it's 2018 and not 1970 that shit seems a little bit trite to me. Maybe it didn't, then maybe it seemed fresher, but I don't know, man. It just kind of sounds like, okay, Beatles did it, fucking all these other hippie guys did it, Alice Coltrane did the same fucking thing, I mean, I like the record, don't get me wrong, okay? But this one just seems deeper and more complex. And just kind of passes through you in this really, this way that's hard to articulate. Alright, I'm putting this one on now. So, I said some nice things about it before. Speaking of nice things to say, by the way, one thing, I found this place that had a reissue of this, and I was surprised to see it, so I jumped on it, right? It's a single cover. And, on the one hand, that bummed me out, because I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting, like, the whole, like, deluxe thing. But, I almost feel like, back in the day when you'd buy records, if you got a reissue or something, a lot of times they wouldn't reproduce the whole, like, expensive gatefold packaging and that, It was just because it was something got reprinted didn't mean it would get a deluxe reissue and shit. So a lot of times things would be single covers. So in a way, this feels authentic to me, the fact that it doesn't have that, I mean, that's one of the reasons why originals are cooler, right? It's because you get all the shit that came with it, But, I don't know, I guess that isn't necessary all the time, because it's not like everything I have is a fucking original. I'd have 400 records if that were the case. Well, maybe more than that. I've been at it a while. Anyway, yeah, man, Pharoah Sanders and Alice Coltrane, been all over that shit. Now, let's see, just trying to see if there's anything else I want to show up. Alright, so the other thing that is really kind of been a little bit of a revelation for me is I feel like I've had this weird relationship with Yusef Lateef, because I've had a couple of his records and I've liked them, okay, without reservation, but I felt like he made some enjoyable records, but there wasn't one that was really brilliant. And I don't know, man. I feel a little pretentious saying this, but I feel like I on some level knew he had a great record in him, and I just hadn't found it yet. Well, I fucking found it, man. And it's called 1984, and it was on Impulse, because this record is awesome, man. It does the kind of stuff that he's into as far as bringing in some sort of like world sounds and things like that, but it incorporates it into a unified whole where it just sort of fits in the overarching themes a little bit more fluidly, I feel like, rather than sort of being these things that he's sticking in and sort of playing with here and there. Now, I gotta say, this is probably his freest album that I've heard, too. I mean, the first track, 1984, is easily the farthest out thing I've ever heard by Yusef Lateef. Okay? Yeah, 1984 is a tune. The flip side is that he actually does a version of One Little Indian on here, which doesn't sound stupid like you would expect. I mean, talk about a dumb tune, you know what I mean? It's like, Coltrane, yeah, my favorite things, they did Chim Chim Cheree. Well, One Little Indian, that's about as corny as it gets, man, but it just works, man. This whole fucking record is just fantastic. So I kind of went and freaked out and went looking for more, and I grabbed this one, and you know something? This one isn't anywhere near as good as that one. So, you know, it looks just as promising, really. This one I did like a lot, though. Psychic Emotus. This isn't quite as good as 1984. It's not quite as free as 1984. But it has really good tunes, same deal. Things work together, and I just like how he develops the themes on this thing, you know? Man, Bamboo Flute Blues. It sounds like it's going to suck, but it's great, you know? So, yeah. So, Yusef, he's won me over, like, unequivocally now, man. Do you listen to this? I hear that's pretty free, but, like, it has that... It's easy to listen to. Like, the bass line's actually kind of traditional, but the chords with the electric and the acoustic piano, it's so fucking good. So yeah, what else have I been listening to? I've been listening to a little bit of Miles Davis, Sorcerer, and actually, I put it away, but, you know, in a video I made not too long ago, Ron sent me a couple. I've been playing Nefertiti, too, and Live Evil, which I showed last time, so I guess I need to pull them out now, but what great records, you know. Yeah, here's another Yusef Lateef record, which is very good. And this is a really good record, in fact. I like this one a lot, but there's, like, just... It's like he's right at this threshold that he doesn't quite break past. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not talking shit about this one, but he breaks past that threshold with 1984. So this was earlier too. This is yeah, this is a Prestige. This is probably earlier than most of that Atlantic stuff, which is most of what I know. It just almost sounds like Killer Joe. It has that weird, like, electronics on there, the delay on there, or whatever it is. Alright, just looking if there's any other shit that I need to show off. I've been playing this one a lot. This is actually in the video I did earlier today, man. But this Noah Howard record is so fucking good, man. I mean, I'm a big fan of just about anything on ESP. I mean, Albert Eiler, obviously. Now Pharoah Sanders, too, right? And, you know, Henry Grimes, I think his record is great. I think that Marion Brown's record on ESP is great. I think Sonny Murray's record on ESP is great. And, of course, the Fugs, the Gods, and all that shit. Well, Noah Howard was like a missing piece for me. And so I'm really stoked to have this in my hand. It's so awesome. I look how cool those guys are, man. God damn. So yeah, I think we pretty much covered it. I mean, there's other shit here, but I don't know if I really have anything intelligent to say about it. So, just shy of 20 minutes. Last one. I haven't quite been done with the cool jazz thing. So this Al Cohn has gotten a couple listens of late. It's good. It's not as good as the Brubeck stuff. But you know who I really don't like at all is Stan Getz, I've decided. Fucking guy just leaves me cold. I don't know what it is. It just kind of sucks, you know? Jerry Mulligan I could listen to all day long if I'm in the right frame of mind. But Stan Getz, I could listen to maybe 15 minutes. I'm bored. So Brew Moore I like more than Getz. Alright, anyway, fuck it. I'm going off on a different tangent. Thanks for watching. God, isn't this fucking good? That's this one, man. I'll show it one more time. Look how cool that is. Fucking Maria Teresa Luciani. Whoever the fuck that is. Alright, till next time.